his work has often brought over time the needed attention to issues such as the tension between development theory and rural well-being, shedding a bright light on how poverty is affected by urban-rural and state market linkages, to farm technology and science, nutrition economics, land reform, aid, and demographics. The theme that has bound all of these together has been his creative concern for how to alleviate rural poverty, which is, after all, most of the poverty in the world. In addition to over 150 journal articles, a partial list of Michael's books include Why Poor People Stay Poor, published in 1997, which made the term urban bias a powerful rallying point for a new pro-poor, pro-rural approach to development. Subsequent books included New Seeds in Poor People, Success in Anti-Poverty, and most recently, Land Reform in Developing Countries, Property Rights and Property Wrongs, about which a reviewer has said, "This is the first comprehensive and up-to-date review of land reform issues in the developing countries in many years. It is one of the most important books ever written about agriculture in the developing countries." The reviewer in Development and Change goes on to describe the book as a major exercise in the pricking of intellectual bubbles, the debunking of myths, and the correcting of often innocent misperception of the events of the last half-century. Most of Michael's career has been at Sussex University, starting as one of 7 teacher researchers in the university's first year of operation, 1961 to 62. Since 1964, he's been professor of development economics at the Sussex Poverty Research Unit, which he founded. His many other distinguished services have included program director of the Food Consumption and Nutrition Program at IFPRI, the International Food Policy Research Institute, and senior policy advisor at the World Bank, where he was involved in the task force established to study the impact of the world's activities on poor people. He's been elected to fellowships at All Souls College, Oxford, MIT, the British Academy, and the Stellenbosch Institute of Advanced Studies. For 25 years, Michael was also a fellow of the Institute of Development Studies, a leading global charity for international development research, teaching, and communication. There, he founded and directed the very important Village Studies program, which collated over 3,000 primary surveys. He has just finished directing an EU study of the impact of land and asset distribution on fertility, migration, and environment in dry lands, with fieldwork in Botswana, South Africa, and Rajasthan, India. The book he's currently writing is Malthus and Africa, on the population-agriculture interface. I've had the great pleasure of getting to know Michael over the last few days and have been entranced by his depth of knowledge and his curiosity. This is someone with a passion to understand the world and to make it a better place. He has achieved much in these areas.